are going to be a direct reflection of what is going on in the Democratic Party today. So it is important that at this time we tell you the step-by-step procedures that we are taking in order to make sure that we give you quality from the Democratic Party. First and foremost, I'm grieved by the fees, exorbitant fees that were charged by the Electoral Commission. We have always blamed the NRM for the 3 million for members of parliament and the 20 million for the presidential candidate. But today, Democratic Party, that doesn't even have a single business, that has not even tried to get its own members jobs in government, is charging 10 million for a presidential candidate, 5 million for a secretary general, 5 million for a chairman, 5 million for a vice president, 1 million, 1.5 million for publicity secretary. How will the youth participate in this? We have gentlemen from the universities, we have gentlemen from all walks of life that do not have money that can pay for these kind of positions. So that was discriminatory. It was abusive. Democratic Party is not supposed to charge anything for anybody that wants to stand. It's really painful that we are actually eliminating some people just because they have failed to pay. People were at the headquarters crying. Some few actually managed to get half of the fees. You'll find somebody wants a position, they have 300 or 200 out of 500. Yeah? Kamia Kasozi, one of Mr. Rome's assistants, had 1.1 million out of 1.4 for Deputy Secretary, out of 1.5 for Deputy Secretary General. He missed by 400,000. You'll find others with no money at all. But these are eligible leaders, they have been in the Democratic Party for a long time, and they know what to do. So that is one of my points of contention. The other Electoral Commission that is helping us or is serving during this time, the Electoral Management Committee, you find that we are all over against what Museveni is calling an independent Electoral Commission, where he's the one that appoints everyone. He appoints the judges, he appoints the chairman of the Electoral Commission, he appoints almost everyone during the electoral process. Then you find it is exactly what the Democratic Party is doing. A secretary general is on the electoral committee, he is present. An accountant is present. People that are part of the process are also the same people that are vetting the process and receiving the forms. How different are we from the NRM? How different are we from this government that we are supposed to, tell the truth? So that has also become a point of contention. Would have gotten an independent team to receive the papers, do the vetting, and then come up with the report. Not handing it, you are a secretary general, you're standing around in the name of supervision, you're you're standing around, you've been on platforms, radio, TV, in social media, everywhere, abusing anyone that tries to attack the current president of Democratic Party, President General of Democratic Party, and you're the same person that is leading the Electoral Commission to take him on. So what's that? The other, liberty to express yourself at the party. We are there on Monday for nomination, on 5th. We are practically blocked from entering the to mention here today, that I've decided to put a petition against my standing or contesting under the guise of using the party constitution. I think it is around clause 64, where they say I'm supposed to be in the National Council for 5 years or be an active member for 10 years. And the petition is being drafted. I'm sure it will be given to the party later today. During my submission of my papers, I managed to attach all the cards. The card of 2020, that is the party membership cards. The card of 2010, they are all here. 2005 and 2015, all of them are attached. How do we measure activeness in the party? Where is the list of active members of the party? And how does the headquarters get to know that somebody is active in Kapriabiom up there, or in Kabong, or somewhere in Arua, or in Agabu, or in Ichisolo? How does the headquarters get to know who is active and not active? It should be by just the reference letter. Which reference letter from the branch was attached? We have funded this party. They will go on to say that I was in government before I joined parliament. True, I was in government, resigned, went back to school in 2015 for a master's in institutional leadership and management in UMI, and I completed in 2018, 2017 and graduated in 2018. At the time I was studying, I was not a member. I was not working for civil service, and I was actively involved in politics. Hence, after those 5 years, is why I was able to go and meet the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Then, Mr. Edward Chwankasekana. I cannot have gone in 2020 to win an election in 2021. I prepared the structures, I did everything within that time. Needless to say, that if you took the President General's words that he waived my candidature, he had to waive some things. That means I enjoy the same rights. In the event that you have given a political waiver, you enjoy the same rights as any other candidate that has stood. Meaning everything that he says is null and void. Everything was waived. If we take his narrative. That means I was waived for the 5 years until today. I've been 5 years in council and plus. So I want to send a message to the people that are drafting this petition. Democratic Party has been in captivity for quite some time. We members of parliament cannot even discuss on the floor of parliament without consulting the NRM as per the cooperation agreement. This cooperation agreement that was drafted, we are supposed to do everything with the NRM, vote with them, consult them, do everything with the NRM for as long as we're members of parliament. Even if you're bringing a private member's bill, you're supposed to first request them. In matters of supply, where we are supposed to vote, which money goes to what, we are supposed to first request the NRM or even be in tandem with them. That's the cooperation agreement that was signed. And that is what we are against. And I'm telling you that we shall not agree to this. We have been in captivity for quite some time, and this is the end of it all. The party must go back to its original principles of truth and justice and fight for the 180, for God and the country. Accountability for the nomination fees that have been paid. We are very sure and very aware that some people were nominated without paying, and others were using revolving funds. Amongst them, one pays, the accountant gets the money and takes it back to another to bring it back. So we want that accountability. 5th and 6th were for returning nomination forms. 7th and 8th we have a verification of that money. They give us the accountability on 8th of how much money was received, with a clear indication that it is on the bank account. And if it was withdrawn, with them showing us that this is the money that was received on 5th, this is the money that was received on 6th, and this is how we used it after that. But we are very sure, 100% sure, that some people nominated without cash. And others, even when the deadline was 30th for picking papers, some people were given papers to nominate just on 5th and 6th, which was illegal. No matter what method you used, even if you use the internet, you transferred what, all those were illegal. The nominations, the picking of papers was ending on 30th. There is no. From the word go in June 2022, I personally, actually, I wouldn't say scrapped it or did anything, but went against the cooperation agreement because nothing could be fulfilled in it. 2 months later, the president himself of the Republic of Uganda that signed this cooperation agreement told the nation that he does not agree with what Mao was telling the crowd, here transition, peaceful transition, and all these things. He said Mao was overthinking. So if you're Ugandans, you can tell us whether you've seen anything that has changed since Mao joined the government, apart from saying this. So that is one. 2, unite Democratic Party. Mr. Mao has been around for 15 years. I don't think there were no presidents before him, and I don't think he thinks that there will not be anyone after him. And I would want him to show us his levels of unification that he has done. If you went to all the elders in the east, in the north, he was in Tororo, he was in Lamu, he was in West Nile. All of the elders were telling him, you know, this what you did, we don't even understand. We are here as a party that checks government, a party that sits and represents the lowest and marginalized in society. Today he's talking of the door that brings in members is very wide, and the one that exits members is wide. You can enter and leave at your will. Is that what the Democratic Party stands for? Today, a president of Democratic Party can stand in front of people and abuse them and say stupidity should have a cost. Remember when he said if stupidity had a cost, Uganda would be very rich. Uganda would be very rich if stupidity was taxable. Is that really a statement that comes from somebody that knows that people are in UPE and they are ignorant about what's going on? They kill a border man not knowing that the opportunities of this border man were taken by government when 10,000 billion were lost in the last financial year. He knows people are ignorant, but then he abuses them with stupidity. We are not that party. We are calm. We go down and listen to these people, teach them what's going on. We suffer with them, hold their hand and take them on, show them opportunities. So there is nothing like unification. It is a thing where when we are towards elections, it comes up with a lot of words. He does a lot of literature. He must have been a literature teacher at one time. Drama exhibited. We could start there. What drama exhibited? To come and join the cooperation agreement? Me? To go and sit with him and Mr. Museveni and start speaking, discussing on how to root this country using the parliament and other organs? What? He swore an oath of allegiance. He swore an oath to be Museveni's, first-hand information deliverer on truth and justice, and to correct him wherever possible. His fellow opposition president, former president, is in jail. Basically, is in jail and he can't even say a word. Is that why he's the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs? Basically, is rotting in jail there. Before even it comes to me, let him first go and take care of the mess. Because basically was told that he actually fulfilled everything that was necessary for him to be given bail. But he's still rotting there. What has he done as a minister that is supposed to give advice to the president. He has kept quiet. Is he helping this country? Is he still with the opposition?